Good morning, everyone. This is Bella, the founder of the Embody Wellness Institute, and I am here to share a really interesting story that took place yesterday that had the potential of destroying my weekend. But somehow I was able to get the insight to not only help the experience teach me something, but it helped me transform the whole situation and the energies that were kind of taking over me in the last couple of days. So I'm in the process of moving yet again from one apartment to another. And with Venus in retrograde, which is all about relationships, love, support, money, I was feeling extremely vulnerable, unsupported, ungrounded. Why is there no men helping me? Why do I have to do it all by myself, right? And so then on Sunday, I take a little break. I go have brunch with a friend. And on the way back, I see someone like waving at me frantically on the freeway. And I'm like what's happening? And as soon as I get off the freeway, park in a random place on the street, I see my tire is completely flat on the back tire. And my first reaction was to just start like crying, right? I'm like, why is this happening to me, right? And actually the day before, my bike tire went flat as well. So I'm like, okay, like there's a message for me here, and I have to understand what it is. But of course, for the first maybe half an hour, I wasn't so good at getting the message. I was like, okay, this is not happening to me. So I call or send a message to all the close males that I have, because as a woman, I don't understand anything about cars. Probably should, but I can't find the spare tire. I don't know what to do, right? So I'm just like completely lost. And then I call the insurance, and they send roadside assistance, which is going to take 2 hours. But they tell me that if there's no spare tires, that they won't be able to help me. And so the guy calls me, and he's like, look, I just researched, your car really does not have a spare tire, and so I won't be able to help you. And the only thing that I can recommend is that you either wait for me and I'll put some air into the tire, and it's going to be taking another like 2 hours. But then it'll still have to be towed away, or you can try to find a gas station and do it yourself. And for the first half hour, I was just sitting there like feeling bad for myself, and like, why isn't there anyone to help me? Why do I have to deal with these things? And like trying to find the tire. But the shift and the energy happened, the key turned when I said, oh, there's something I can do, right? I'm not this princess that's waiting to be rescued. I'm not like Rapunzel, who is sitting in the castle, and the prince has to come and save her. Yes, I need the masculine energy to help, because I don't know how to fix the tire myself. But it's like I have to get out of that the poor me mode, the victimhood mode, right? But when these things happen to us, it's the circumstances are happening to us, right? And we become completely vulnerable to them, instead of reverting the situation and saying, this is happening for me to shift something. This is happening for me to see something. So as soon as I saw that this is actually a way for me to understand something about what I'm doing wrong, is I turned the key on, and very slowly, with like really crazy noises, my car making really funny noises, I get to the closest gas station 4 minutes away. And immediately as I drive in, there's this older Cuban man who is like, oh, I'm gonna fix your tire. And he has all the equipment, he professionally does this. He does it for $55. Mind you, 55 is also the repeated numbers or messages in and of themselves, but that's not what the video is about. But the big point here is that look at all the symbolism in this, right? So if I had waited for help to come in this desperate state of I can't do anything and I have to be saved, I would have wasted my whole weekend. I wouldn't have gotten the real help that I need. And then the story would have dragged on and on and on, right? I didn't have the right tools. I didn't have the ability to fix this on my own. But when I made the first step, despite the uncertainty, despite not knowing what was going to happen, despite despite the risk, some of my male friends said, oh, like you might actually destroy your whole tire. Like there was that risk that I might completely, but I made that first step, and the masculine energy of getting things done came to me immediately, right? So the first step is always yours. That's, I think, the big mistake that we make, is that we think that when things go awry, first of all, we think it's the victim, that we get into the victim mode. We think things are happening to us. We have to shift that and see that they're happening for us to realize something. The second thing is that we think that when there are actual things that we can't do by ourselves, there's always something that you can do, right? And so it's looking from a different perspective, right? So I didn't follow the traditional path of waiting for the insurance to come and help me. This was a completely, a path that wasn't really written to any of the manuals, right? But I was able to follow it because I trusted myself and I followed my intuition to the right place. After that event, my energy shifted, and even the move is now completely feels light, right? And the friend that's going to help me sent me a really nice message, and I felt really empowered. And so I'm really looking forward to the move now, whereas the last 3 days I was feeling really down and I didn't really have the power to do it myself. Does that make sense? And so then everything starts flowing. Once you turn that key, make that first step forward, the energies inside you shift. And so that's what I wanted to share with you on this Monday, is that we always have a choice. We always can transform any situation into something positive, and we can always find a solution. That's it. I hope you have a powerful week full of these important realizations. It is a kind of a dense period that we're facing astrologically. It is about looking in, and it is about discovering your true powers, aligning yourself to them, and moving forward with full strength. And the full moon is coming between tonight and tomorrow night, so that's also a great opportunity for you to align. Thanks for listening, and see you soon.